Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Terraria Let's Play episode. Today is episode number 13, and we have some big things happening in this episode. But first, there are some things that have happened around the house area. Let me go ahead and explain those first. So, first things first, the Hall of Commenters. We have our first commenter, and that person is Saber Strike. So on the last video he commented basically saying that he thinks I should keep the backgrounds off, and I had asked basically in the underworld and just for here too, you know, should I have backgrounds off? And hold on, do I? No. Okay, for some reason I thought I had backgrounds on. Yeah, thank you for that. So apparently backgrounds do increase the lag by a decent amount, even in the underworld. So I will be keeping those off. Also, like normal, we do have two new houses. I've gone ahead, sorry, and moved the witch doctor over to this house, and then the nurse is all, yeah, for sure, staying over by the Skeletron arena here. And then the next thing I have done is cleared out a little land. Oops, hold on here. Get rid of the torch. I think it goes right there. I've gone ahead and cleared out a bunch of land over this way, which may or may not be a foreshadow to what is going to come next episode, or an episode sooner or later. And then the final thing, I did actually go ahead and go all the way down the elevator here, and I cleared out all 5 blocks, and I did make walls on the side of it, which did take a while because I had to go through a lot of lava lakes and all that. So yeah, the next thing we have to do in today's episode is the very obvious and big thing, which is defeat Skeletron. So, let me gather the proper materials I will be needing, and I will see you over at the dungeon. Alright guys, we are here at the dungeon. I did go ahead and actually expand this top platform, just so we can run over if we do need it. And then you can see I also made a platform that way. And if we're running on that platform, it basically means we're probably going to die. So I did also set my bed here, and that's because if I die, which there's a good chance I will, I'm just going to use this bed, you know, so I don't have to walk all the way back from the home. And so here's something else I'm going to do. Now, I haven't fought Expert Mode Skeletron in a long time, so basically this night I'm not going to do like an official, I'm not going to do like a real try, basically. And so this fight is basically just going to be a, let's learn some of his movements again, you know, just see how he works. Just to get, you know, back into the swing of things with him, because I don't want to, you know, to go into him without fighting him for a long time for the first time, because I don't want to waste my potions, for sure. You probably just saw I did grab some potions here, probably too overkill, but you know what, we will go ahead. We did get the good healing potions as well, and so yeah, I'm going to be really mad if we actually do get close to defeating him, but you know, if, like, it ends up being that we could have defeated him if we had potions, I'm gonna be kind of mad, but I doubt that's going to happen. So yeah, I think it's gonna be night here in a second. And, so I've discussed my plan before. I'm gonna turn off the map. It is night now. So yeah, I mean, I guess there's nothing else left to do other than to go ahead here and test my luck. So, we're gonna use the bee's knees. Ready, set. Now again, don't expect good commentary. Okay, so we are going and running to shoot his hands here with the bee's knees, and then when he goes and starts shooting skulls in his last mode, that's when we will go ahead and use those what's it called, these little houses here. But yeah, he moves really fast, and his hands do have a lot of armor. So we need to get as many bees and stuff on as we can. They do a decent amount of damage too. Alright, so this hand is down somewhat. This is actually almost like a Moonlord fight, and how you don't want to get, you know, like, one of them down. You want to get both of them down at the same time, so that you don't have to deal with the skulls for as long. I realized I probably should have been using my, my, what's it called, the honey, because I'm not really going to be wanting to waste the good potions here. And I know I call them good potions, even though they're only 100 health, and they're not, you know, like the best potions, but, you know. So I'm actually doing better than I thought I would. I'm just trying to learn his motions here so I can get as many hits on the hands as possible. They're about half health or so, although one is lower than the other, so I do need to focus down the hand that is lower, or higher, I'm sorry. You know, I'm just trying to fight, so... Alright, I just saw 78 damage there. I don't know what that was on. But this hand is almost down, so that's kind of scary. Okay, so I think this run here, yeah, one hand... Oh, no, I thought one hand was down. It was just off the screen. So yeah, let's go ahead and this run now. Going to get his hands down, and now it's just him. So, if we go ahead and... Okay, unless he starts shooting skulls here or something, I'm pretty sure we've won. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. Okay. That was scary. Because, I had thought I had just won already. And he just came down and freaking... Oh my god. We're gonna make a run for it here. Trying to... Why would I do such a thing? Okay. Well, we know now, unless we just got lucky, we can pretty much defeat him really easily, except for the fact that now we have to wait for it to become night again. So that's gonna take a while. So next fight, though, I pretty much know that we can defeat him if we don't get stuck in that little stun lock thing there, and we use potions. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my potions out of here. Regen will be nice, especially the iron skin as well. Grenades, sure, why not? I don't know. And then I guess I'll cut here, and I will be back in like 20 minutes when it's nighttime again. So yeah. Alright, after a long time waiting, it is finally nighttime. So let's go off the screen here so the nurse goes back up there. Now, we do have buffs this time. This is a real fight. Don't expect good commentary. Let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna get the hands down first, like always. We do have our little imp to help us. There's a star falling, and that would have literally just hit him if we hadn't been, you know, down here. Oh crap. Yeah, don't get stuck in the spinning thing. The spinning mode is definitely bad, as seen in our last fight. That was terrible. So, let's continue on here, and I do realize now a better way to get out of the spinning mode if we do so happen to be stuck in it is to go ahead and use our grappling hook. So let's run over here just to avoid as many attacks as possible. We do have a swiftness potion on as well. I wanted to place down some sunflowers, but I didn't have time to get the seeds from the dryad, so I just decided not. Okay, see, look, grapple, okay. And he's about to go into his, like, skeleton shooting phase. I'm gonna go heal from the nurse, like so. And then hopefully, as he goes into his next spinning phase, we will go ahead and get both of his hands down here. They are relatively low, so there's one, there's two. Oh my gosh, look how fast he is going. That is ridiculous. So, I would say let's continue here, but those skeletons, man, those are crazy. So I'm not gonna hide in the little thingy. I'm just gonna attempt to dodge the best I can. And then when he goes into his little mode here, we'll shoot him as fast as we can, obviously. Okay, that was a good, actually that platform was a perfect length for his spinning thing. And luckily we don't have any specific biome we have to keep Skeletron in, like the other bosses. So we can really just run around as much as we want. And he is back in his spinning phase. So we'll go ahead and do this. And honestly, I think if we just keep going in this loop, we would do fine. So let's continue here. Don't get stuck in any stun locks. I mean, I just think this is so overpowered. You see how many bees are just like out? That's crazy. So yeah, those skulls do like 40 something damage, almost 50. when they hit us, so that's not good. But oh my gosh, I cannot get over the fact of how many bees are out there following him. So yeah, let's not get stuck here. Oh my gosh, okay, I just realized he only has a few health left, and Skeletron is defeated. Not as hard as I remembered at all. Go ahead and open this. We did get the Skeletron hand and the bone glove. Now, I do not want to make this episode as long as the other one, so we are going to quickly put our potions back in this chest here, along with all this type of stuff. And we are now going to go down into the dungeon. So, let's get our torches out here first. That would be a good idea. Okay, so I guess, let's go down. So we'll collect the water candles on the way down. And then we'll probably be using the bee's knees, to go ahead and kill these guys, because, well, the bee gun is okay. Oh, that's a zombie. Okay, I thought the skeletons had just become very weak or something. So we do have our first golden key, which is awesome. No water bolts here. So I guess we'll continue going down. Again, we will be getting all of the water candles for the future if we want to build any farms or arenas. They are pretty much required, in my opinion, to build those, you know, and have them look decent or function decent. So let's continue down here. The bee's knees does actually do some decent damage to these guys. Okay, well, I forget their names. The floating skulls. We do have a water bolt, just a normal one, sadly. Wouldn't it be cool if we got like a mythical water bolt? I don't know. That would be cool. Let's continue onward here. Now, I do recommend, if you are going down into a dungeon, to break all the pots you find, because there is a small chance you can actually get a golden key from a pot, so that's kind of cool. And then, oh, here we have another water bolt, just a normal one, sadly. And I wish there was a better way we could light up this place, but we have to just keep kind of switching. So here's our first golden chest. We have the Muramasa, meaning we can actually go ahead now, and we have all the required swords already made. Actually, the Blade of Grass, I don't know if we ended up making, but we can go ahead and make the Knight's Edge, if we really wanted to. Yeah, hold on, we just did get a golden key, but, as I was saying before, I don't know if I would actually go ahead and use the Knight's Edge, you know, like, as an actual weapon, because, you know, it's just the sword, and it swings so, slow that I just don't think it's worth it. So, there is a wooden chest over there, but first, this is another tip. If you find your biome chests, I recommend doing that to them, so that if you go on the map, they're easier to distinguish later on, when you need to find them in the dungeon. So we'll go ahead and loot this, get the other key, and we will go ahead and open these two chests. We have the Valor, which is a yo-yo, but it's actually worse than the Amazon, which is kind of funny, because you can get the Amazon way before you get into the dungeon. So, and then we also did get the magic missile, which as of now I won't be using. So let's continue on here. I guess I'll, you know, commentate here for a few more minutes, but after that I will probably cut into a time-lapse of me doing the dungeon, rather than talking the whole time, because eventually you do, you get the idea. I'm walking around breaking pots and opening chests, so, okay, so we do have a golden key, I think, yeah. Let's open this. We got a blue moon. We have also a, what was that called? A teleportation potion. We have not got what we want yet, which would be gosh, I'm blanking out here. The Cobalt Shield. We do really need the Cobalt Shield, and then we can combine that with this to make, oh, hold on, we have the mechanic here, okay. So that's actually good, because I was planning here soon to go ahead and make a big house upgrade, which I did foreshadow earlier in the episode. Now, I'll try and not have the mechanic die, but we are going to have like a big house upgrade soon. We have another golden key down here. This is honestly getting crazy. There are a lot of mobs. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw some water bolts out here. Collect all the statues as well. So yeah, let's, I think I see another water bolt sitting down there on one of those shelves. We have to keep in mind as well, our health and how much gold we have, because I do not want to lose all of our gold coins down here. So I guess, we just got tag teamed by a double dart trap, which kind of, is unfair in my opinion. Have a freaking double dart trap, but whatever. Alright, so we'll go ahead and open this chest. We have the Aqua Scepter. Wait, hold on. Let me get to safety here before I do it, die. I was about to... As I was saying, but yeah, I'm pretty sure, we can come back and get that. But the Aqua Scepter is a mythical one, so that's actually pretty cool. And so I guess, on that note, guys, I will be cutting here into a time-lapse, so that you guys don't have to watch me, you know, do that, for a long time. And we will be drinking the Shine Potion when we get down here. So anyways, I'll stop rambling, and I will cut into the time-lapse. I'll see you on the other side. Alright, so that was a pretty successful run there in the dungeon, and for once, we actually have way too many golden keys. Now, if we go look here, there's a pretty big dungeon, and we haven't even explored it all, obviously. So I will be doing, well, I should say not doing, but I will be going back to the normal house, and then from there, I guess I'll explain the loot first as we walk over there. We got some magic missiles, 2 of them. We got a mystic and a masterful. We got some water bolts. We got some more valors, blue moons, a handgun, which we actually do need. We got some chests. We got 2 tally counters, which is nice. We got some bones, clothe your voodoo doll, statues, potions, just some of the normal stuff, but 33 gold coins as well is pretty nice. We also did get an alchemy table, which is kind of cool, actually. And for those of you who don't know what that does, basically, you can make potions at it, just like a crafting table or whatever, with a bottle on it, except it makes it so that it has like a chance, basically, of not consuming the materials, I think, is how it works. But yeah, we're basically going to come in here first, deposit our, what's it called? You know, the loot from the dungeon, because we do have a lot of it. So I probably am going to sell most of the dungeon loot as well, because we did get some repeats. So anyways, let's put the Oh, I just realized what we can make at the Goblin Tinkerer is the REK 3000, because we did get the tally counter, so that clears up some inventory space, which is nice. And we can go ahead and put the statues in the statue chest. I also just realized we do have a new bone welder, which we can put also in the crafting area up here. Bones, we will put in mob drops, and I am planning to make necro armor for what's it called? Wall of Flesh, sorry there. And then miscellaneous, we can put the Clothier Voodoo Doll in. We will keep our golden keys, obviously, because we are going to go back. And then let's go up here. We did get the Did I really just say mechanic? Man, sometimes I wonder about myself and how I say things, but whatever. So we got the mechanic, apparently. And we'll go ahead and deposit our coins there. And I will cut back when we are in the dungeon again, and it will just be another time-lapse of us going down and opening up a bunch of chests. So, yeah, go ahead and do that. Alright, and for, I would say a good time, that does go ahead and conclude our final dungeon splunking, even though we do actually have 10 golden keys left, which is kind of ridiculous because, you know, normally, you're running out of golden keys and you're finding all these chests, and in my situation right now, I have too many golden keys and I can't find any chests. But on the bright side, we did go ahead and get a cobalt shield, which we did need, and we got a bewitching stand, which is also something we pretty much needed. I mean, I like to have 2 minions, obviously. I'm not a summoner, but even if I'm not a summoner, I can't have, you know, more than 2 minions. So, it's just nice to have that. So we can go ahead and do this. And then, yeah, you can see I did actually summon those 2 guys there. And, oh wow, okay, so we just quick stacked a lot of stuff. But I will be back when we have an inventory full of stuff to sell. Alright, we have everything sorted, and before I do anything else, I forgot to mention, while I was making the elevator, I did end up getting a mining shirt, so that's kind of cool. So we only need the mining pants now, and we will have the full set of mining armor. So, anyways, let's go ahead and make what we were going to make. So the first things first, we're actually going to go sell everything that we need to sell. So let's go ahead and do that. We started with like 9 gold, I think. So we now have 21 gold, so that's pretty good. We have a safe too, so we're going to go ahead and buy that and put it down here next to our piggy bank. So that's cool. And so then next comes the Crimtane bars here. Now if you're wondering what we're doing with these, basically we are going to go ahead and make the Blood Butcherer along with these, and then we need to actually go back to the jungle quickly to get the materials for the Blade of Grass, and then we can make the Knight's Edge, which is cool. And we are also going to make the Obsidian Shield, and we are going to replace that with our Horseshoe, sadly. So yeah, now we don't have knockback, and we are resistant to fire blocks, which actually is pretty cool. So, let me go ahead, just check again, make sure I didn't make the blade of grass, yeah. And I guess we will cut back when we have the required materials. Cut back in here and quickly, and we have a meteor, and it's like, yeah, very close to our house, so we're probably going to have to remove that soon. So anyways, also, yeah, I just realized we do have the shield, or the obsidian shield on, so we do not have the horseshoe on, meaning we do take fall damage again, so we're going to have to try and get used to that. So anyways, I'll cut back when we have the stingers. Alrighty, we have returned to the house, and we now have the proper materials to make the blade of grass, and then what we have to go do is find a, those little altars. Haha. Yeah, I've had trouble in the past remembering the name of those, but I do remember them now. They're called the Crimson Altars. There you go. Then I also do have 2 more banners I got from the jungle. And so also let me set my spawn here, because I realize I did forget to set my spawn. Okay, so we don't have anything to save. And then we are going to cut here until I actually am at a altar, and then after that we will probably end the episode, but I do have to explain one more thing after that. Alright, so let's go ahead and make the Knight's Edge. We're probably not even going to honestly use it, but you know what, it's still cool to have. So in what's it called, hard mode, we can actually go ahead and make the true Knight's Edge. But anyways, let me go ahead and ask the comment question of the video, so that you have your chance to be number 2 here on the Hall of Commenters, along with Saber Strike. And so the question is, in your opinion, what is the hardest boss in Expert Mode, pre-hard mode? So for me, that would probably be Skeletron, but you know, maybe you really struggle with the Expert Mode Eye of Cthulhu, or Eater of Worlds, or you know, something like that. So go ahead and comment that or something about that, and then you don't even have to comment something about that, but just as long as you comment something, you know, useful with some insight on settings or whatever, you can go ahead and have your chance at being number 2 in the Hall of Commenters. Anyways, I'll stop rambling, and I will see you in the next episode.